Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Long time no see. I've been off doing some work. Unfortunately, has to be done. Been away from my rig for a couple of months. But we're back. This is Gateway. This is pole position. This is 80 laps. This is how to start a race. Have some of that, lads. Nicely clear down front stretch. We're off and running. Into 1 and 2. Got to be really careful here on cold tyres. Takes a good 2 or 3 laps to warm up properly. All manner of 3-wide depravity going on behind me. But I'm away nice and safely. 3 and 4 now. Flatter but wider. Pretty similar to 3 and 4 at Phoenix. A lot of fun to yeet it around. A little bit cautious again on those cold tyres. But that's a pretty decent first lap. Lap 12 now. 2 very fast drivers behind us, Urim and Chase. Watch my mirror as we come out of 2. Bad luck, mate. Urim is fast, but he's prone to having the odd accident. No caution, he's off the racing surface. On we go. Just about keeping clear chasing Elijah until this happened. Always a chance of something like that happening at Gateway. Tight, easy to make mistakes. I say it's too early to pit, so after a few laps under caution,
5 minutes later.
it's time to get going again. If you go look up at the top right, you can see on my overlay that everyone except me and the new P2 has pitted. Not sure how this is going to end up, but only one way to find out.
Green flag, green flag.
A couple of laps later and it all seems to be going rather well with a nice 1.6 second gap. Chase then starts to reel me in, but that's not too bad. It means he won't be saving fuel and he can't get to the end on this tank. A few laps later and now the battle's well and truly joined. He's got a good run on me and he's going to look to the inside through 3 and 4, but I'm going to eat it around the outside and I carry just enough speed. He has to lift, drop back in behind. He's going to have another go now as we come into 1 and 2. And he takes the higher line, gets the better run off the corner. He's going to be to my inside again. I'm going to try the same thing again. And this time I just can't hold it. He sticks his nose in front. But I've got the better run. Now it's me to the inside. Going to have to send it up the inside. I'm a bit too tentative for my own good. Holding the bottom. It's not a good line to be on. Right, time to get back, reset and try again. I've got to stay in front of him in case a caution comes out.
Caution, yellow flag. They want
Oh,
you in single file.
bugger.
Pit road is closed.
Well then. If this yellow hadn't happened, were you good on fuel or did you have to stop again?
No, I was 10 laps short. Yeah, I knew it was going to be about 10 laps short, and there's no way I could save 10 laps of fuel, so I was like, no, I'm not saving.
Anyway, once we've got going again, I've had a crap pit stop. I'm stuck down in 4th now. Just hold that thought about going 60 laps as I try desperately to make something of this side-by-side battling. Down the front stretch, looking to get a good run off 1 and 2 and get myself into position for 3 and 4 here. Turning under them, looking for clean air, not going anywhere fast. Fantastic racing up in front, side by side all the way around the course. Chase pulls ahead, possibility of an over-under, not going to happen. That's going to give me the run now. Again, good run off 1 and 2 and get it done with 3 and 4. They're both high, I'm low. Here comes a run, but Ray is just going to benefit from Chase's slipstream now. Looking for as clean as air as I can possibly get.
Car outside.
Again, the slipstream is just going to keep Ray ahead.
Outside is clear.
And Chase is up to 0.8, 0.9 seconds ahead. Still one of my big weaknesses is going wheel to wheel with people, something I really need to work on over the next couple of months. And this is why. Chase has made that pass stick and run away. And although now we're going to get a really good run and make it stick, I'm now a second behind someone who is at worst on pace with me. Holding it together on the middle line, probably the best place to be. Oh, thank you, Todd. Big send there. Ray's attention now firmly on defending his own position, and I can stop worrying about defending. Woo! Oh yeah! God, I've missed this. As you can see, as we finish the white flag lap, Chase has managed to get Elijah, and I can't do anything about it. Chase has managed to get Elijah. I closed up to a second, but can't get any closer. Third place, I'll take it. Right, podiums are good, wins are better. Let's have another go. Starting P4, strong field, a lot of really good drivers around me, and we're off.
Green flag, green flag.
Going to the outside here, not going to get involved in any silly weaving battles.
Car inside.
Send it round the outside, back on the throttle nice and early, nice bit of clean air.
Still there, inside.
And there's P3, lovely, settle in. Nice and comfortable through 3 and 4. Settle into P3, see what we can do. Right, Sam might be a bit slow, certainly slow through 3 and 4. Hero weaving all over the place, this is going to take some skill. Now watch Sam's line, he quite legitimately takes my air away. I don't react to it, I gas up too soon, and bang! The classic mistake at Gateway, into the wall, unfixable side pod damage. Right, 20 laps in, there's been a caution. I am absolutely slower than a slow thing with my damage.
We can't fix the damage.
I'm also quite bored and looking for some way to entertain myself. Remember how in the last race Chase says there was no way he could make it 60 laps on 1 tank of fuel? Let's find out if that's possible, shall we?
1, 2,
Here's the first part of that big clutch in instead of just a lift going into 1 and 2. Look at the fuel gauge down in my bottom right. Not quite enough. Let's clutch in into 3 and 4 as well. And as we come over the start-finish line in fuel map 5, of course. It 1.17. It's gone green. I'm gonna make it. But as it happens, I just can't keep up 1.17 a lap. Now here come the leaders. I'm not interested in holding them up. I'm not fighting for position, so we're well and truly out of their way, just holding the bottom, holding the clutch in and rolling, saving as much fuel as possible. I don't care about positions, all I want to do now is get to the end on this tank. Lap 56, just a litre short. Oh, thank you, exactly what I needed. And then we get going again. Yes, 1.22 a lap is going to be enough. 10 laps to go. I've been putting in 25.9s to 25.7s. Pretty decent pace while fuel saving, and there's some situations where you can really make that work for you. And that's going to make certain of it a big smash between 14th and 15th.
Yellow flag.
5 minutes later.
Well, that's definitely some of the most fun I've ever had while finishing 9th. But time to focus in and try to get back on that podium. Right, this is going to be a tricky start. Teammates in first and third, me stuck in the middle like meat and sandwich. I expect they're probably going to coordinate the start and jump me, and so the goal here is to settle into third. Here we go, let's try and find some clean air. There it is in the middle. Fending AJ off nicely. Ooh, they're going to have a go already. Not looking to pass there, just looking to keep the speed up. First lap safely negotiated. Lap 7 now, watching still go at it, absolutely hammer and tonk in front of me. Gilson finally pulled out a bit of a gap over Yoram, but we've got a nice solid third on here. We go on ahead to lap number 18, coming to lap 19. Gilson and Yoram have kind of run away from me a bit. Come up the front stretch, it's looking like another third place.
Yellow flag is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
And a bunch stuck together nicely, see in a moment. Lap 19 coming to lap 20, too early to pit as we found out last time, but I want to try and get rid of them. So I faked to pit, and out we come, and they've both bought it, haven't they?
hell?
Well then, game doesn't penalise you for doing that. Should it be allowed? Well, it is allowed, so there you go.
5 minutes later.
A pretty uneventful 13 laps follows, managed the gap to AJ and watch Gels slowly take his way off into the distance in front of me. He's not that much faster, but he's just slightly more consistent. We can manage similar lap times, but he can put his fastest lap times in a lot more frequently than I can put mine in. There's the difference, and it's kind of why I love short ovals like Gateway so much. You can't hide behind the draft because the straights aren't long enough. And, oh, it looks like AJ's come a cropper. Time to get into the pits for fuel and boots.
5 minutes later.
Rather annoyingly, Urim managed to jump me in the pits, so we're restarting 6th, Urim 5th, Niels 4th, and then the people who didn't take a second pit stop ahead of us. Looks like Wes is going to wait till green. He's perfectly entitled to do that, but it does create very messy restarts. Look at that, everyone's getting stacked up already. Nielsen and Urim both sending it at once. I'm going to try to follow a little more circumspectly. They've grabbed 2 positions in one corner with that yeet. I'm going to take some draft, grab myself forward, and they're going to send it again. Right, time to get after them. Got to take care of David as soon as I can. Up high, carry the speed. There we go, nicely done. Cut under him easily enough. And we've cleared him, but I'm nearly a second down for the 2 of them already, and they are absolutely scrapping like cats in a sack side by side through 3 and 4. That's what I need them to do if I'm going to catch them back up, quite frankly. I'm very happy to see this fighting, and Wes ahead's going to be very happy to see this fighting. He probably needs to save more fuel. We go forward 5 laps, the leading pair have made their way past Wes. I'm going to look to try and follow them through. If we look at Wes's lap time, he's putting in those 25.7s that indicate that yes, he is still trying to save some fuel. Fortunately, that strategy really needs the caution to fall in the right place. Like it's done that for him. Should be easy enough with him being as slow as he needs to be to make it to the end.
24.9.
So higher than him. Here again, the differential in speed to the inside. He's not going to fight the yeet. Just hold it. Watch out for the cutback, which is going to happen. P3. Much hope of getting any more though. Really going to need a bit of luck. But they're going side by side again up in front of me.
25.179.
Ahead now to lap 54. They're still at it side by side into 1. Weaving left to right. Look at it. Fantastic to watch. Not so much fun to be in the middle of. Certainly helping me keep in touch with them. They're really losing half a second a lap as they fight and squabble. We come around again to start lap 55, side by side once more. And skipping ahead again as they absolutely terrify this poor lap car by trying to pick up his draft. And watch now as Urim comes out of 2. Big hit. And there goes his nose cone. Just the piece of luck I needed. Now, he might be carrying some damage, but catching someone at Gateway is one thing, and passing is quite another. Right, nice high line, clean air, set up the run. Here it comes. I'm going to get alongside. Now I've got to finish the job. He's gone high. Is he going to be able to cut me back? Chooses not to go alongside. Little cheeky poke up the bum. But I've got the position. He knows in his heart of hearts he's not fast enough to hold it. And that's P2. Not a whole lot to say about the rest of the race, unfortunately. Nielsen just got that 10th or 2 over me. He's pulled well clear. I've pulled well clear of a damaged Urim. And it's all about just running it to the end.
25.353.
And it's going to be simple enough to bring this home in P2. Especially when something like this happens.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file.
That's bullshit.
Closed right now. Catch up.
Yeah, you said it, mate. Right, shall we have a look at qualifying lap? Taking second gear out of the pit early as possible. Just looking to minimise any possibility of a silly little spin on pit exit. And now we're going to build the speed up as quickly as possible. The thing about Gateway is that even though lap 2 is going to be the push lap where I'm going to look to set the fast time, unlike on a 1.5 miles or a longer oval, at Gateway and at short ovals, the key thing is to get as much heat as possible into your tyres. So this is going to be like a 3/4 push lap, but I still need to send it into 1 to get the heat in the tyres. Wide line 2-3, looking to carry as much speed as possible, get that wheel straightened out as soon as possible. And here we go, carry as much speed as I possibly can over the apex of 1. 265 k's, that's alright, I could do better, but it should still be pretty good. Up into 6th, looking for the point to turn in. Get it in, hold it tight, that's pretty good. Straighten the wheel out, shortest run to the line. Bosh, pole position by a 10th. Not a bad job of work.
5 minutes later.
Now, something that's really important when it comes to winning in iRacing is luck in terms of who you get split with. This field is a lot friendlier to me than some of the others I've been racing in. There are some people like AJ and Wes and Crash Neon who I think are on pace with me. I don't see anyone who I think is faster, and I'm on pole and it's a hard place to pass. That's a great feeling to have. So I've got a good jump. I know I'm on pace with the people around me. I know I can keep them behind me. All I'm thinking now is manage the gap, restart well if you have to, don't cock up your pit stop, and this one's in the bag. But let's see if I can execute. Here's lap 10, everything going to plan thus far. Nice 1.7 second gap. Broken clear of Tobias in 3rd. Wes is marooned down in 5th, having had a hard time of it. And it looks like the back markers have tripped over each other. Here's a caution, and frankly, if we had to have one, I'd like it now. Easy decision to stay out, just control the restart.
5 minutes later.
Right, let's try and get as good a restart as possible. I am going to go as soon as the pace car turns off. Here we go. And AJ is absolutely left in the dust. 0.5 of a second gap before we even get to the line. Old tyres for 1 and 2, watch out for that. Carrying speed nicely. 0.9 the gap now. Just managing it very nicely indeed. Coming up to lap 30, that's the first milestone. We've got into the pit window. On we go to lap 47. In terms of pitting, I am going to run the tank dry. I want to absolutely minimise the possibility of getting caught out by a caution further down the field, getting trapped a lap down.
The yellow flag is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed.
And wouldn't you know it, there's that caution. Ooh, just avoiding the guy sliding down the track. We're going to get to pit under yellow. Right, pit stop race now, and this is possibly going to decide the whole thing. Cruising it down the pit lane, got a nice 0.3 second gap. Turn in, find the braking. There it is. Just about right. See how long this stop is. Paid attention. 7 seconds, perfect. Got rolling again. Back out, back in P1. Done everything I needed to do. And again, from here it's all a question of controlling the restarts.
We got hosed, Crash. We got hosed.
Sure did. Crash does like to take a risk and pit early on a short oval, and that's what can happen.
5 minutes later.
Right, restart time again. I've already shown AJ that I can and will go as early as possible, so let's do something different. Let's wait. And we're going to wait to put the power down until just as we come off the turn. There we go. Key thing for me for restarts is pick a moment that you know where you're going to go and wallop it. Give yourself something to react to. Hold tyres for 1. Hold tyres for 2. All avoided. 0.7 seconds the gap once more. I like it, Mikey. I like it very, very much. Coming around again. Lap 54. 26 laps to go. Don't overdo it. Don't need to do anything silly. Not least because that could happen at any time. It's going to take another restart to win the race. Here we go. So he's seen a fast one, seen a slow one. We'll give him somewhere in the middle. And just like that, we've got our gap back. By lap 60, we've extended it out to 1.1 second. Now as we come around to take the white flag, 1.4 second. Ooh, this is a good feeling.
We need one more
Just
good
need
lap.
to put that one more good lap in. Nice, carefully. No need to take any risk with that fiddly outside ball. Driving nice and within myself. For a long time coming, I did a lot of running at Gateway last season. Got a number of P2s, P3s, couldn't quite bring a win home. And this time, my first proper week back in 2 months, and I've managed to get it, and it felt really good. Yes! Thank you very much.
Good win. Good run.
What happens when you have the best crew chief?
GGAJ, great job, kept me honest there. Stop. Donut time. Hey! Thank you very, very much for watching. We will see you again. There'll be plenty more content coming up. Next week, it is our Auto Club. Week after that, there'll be more Gateway content because the Indycar iRacing series will be back there for some full-length races. 2 hours of this place, bring it on. See you around.